We migrated to this country after Kristallnacht, and I experienced some rather difficult things before we migrated. And I guess that makes me a serious person.
It was at that time in St. Pete, when we would go to St. Pete to the beach. There were signs all over about the dogs and the Jews not allowed, which was also a big surprise to me. I had never experienced anything like this. So I decided if you're going to be Jewish, you have to be Jewish.
I was in the military. I was in the Marine Corps in the South Pacific. And one of my best friends was from a small town in Illinois. We were together, and his family was raised Orthodox, but he was more toward the conservative group. And it was then that I became interested in religion. Eugene was killed on Iwo Jima. And that was my beginning to feel real commitment to Judaism.
Well, I think it's just the whole thing with the hydrocephalus and my struggle through it. And there's been some very good people along the way who has given to me the ability to get well. And it's a form of repaying somewhat, although I really don't want to put it on that level.
My father died when I was pretty young, and there was a Rabbi Wernick here in Tampa, and he kind of took me under his wing some at Roter Shalom. And I've been involved pretty much ever since. And my daddy died, I think, in '49. So I think that's one of the things that brought me real close to the synagogue.
I had my B'nai Mitzvah when I was probably 70-something. I just felt as if my ancestors were there just looking up at me and being proud of me. And it was a very inner feeling that I felt, and a wonderful feeling.
9 years ago, I was on dialysis. And a year later, I got off it. And in the shul, they called me the Miracle Man. But thank God, yeah. So that really was a big accomplishment. And I thank God just for the fact that I got off it. And people said they never heard about anybody getting off dialysis.
I keep busy. I don't sit around and dwell on adversities. I lost 2 husbands. But you got to keep going, because otherwise people won't want to spend time with you. You can't feel sorry for yourself. So I'll continue that for the rest of the time.
My parents died when I was 5 years old. And so I've always loved having the little children around. And I've got little bandites. You know what a bandit is? A little bad one.
I'm a leader because I have varied interests, and I feel that I can help in certain areas, and I try to do that, whether I'm heading a committee or if I'm just working in the position that they need.
And of course, Kol HaMizbeach is my biggest one. I'm a senior commander at the Jewish War Veterans, and I was a scoutmaster in a Jewish troop.
I was a professor and took great joy in teaching and leading, if you want to call it that, aiding the lives of my students. I had the pre-med and nursing students at the college for a number of years, and I feel that I left a mark on them.
I was president of the Jewish Family Services. I felt that that was a very important community affair and organization, and I was very proud of that.
It started back in Phoenix, and I lived there, and I was a leader there, and I enjoyed every minute. When I came up here, I found they needed me, and so I came in and I started to do what, people that I love the best and be around the temple that I really love.
I hope they think that I'm level-headed and don't just jump to conclusion on things. And I've been lucky to have a good wife to help me along there all the way. And that's another thing. You do need a good partner. Without a good partner, you will not go anywhere.
And whenever I'm asked to do something, I try to accommodate, whether it's a person or whether it's an organization.
I've always given to my community. When I was a dentist, I didn't worry about money. I did a lot of charity work.
Well, I was really connected with the sisterhood and with the synagogue, and I was very active in trying to reach out for money to help the synagogue.
I was pretty much involved in everything around the synagogue. I was a USY advisor when I was younger. Most everything was just totally involved with the synagogue.
I think my involvement has come about through my family life. We have had a rather close-knit family.
What happens is I join something just to stay back, and all of a sudden I'm into it. Like I joined the men's club. Yeah, I just went. All of a sudden I'm so active in the men's club. I volunteer to do this. I don't know why, but I just do. I just get into it. Same with scouting. I was going to be, as the little, my son, I was going to sit back. Next thing you know, I'm a Weebo leader. I'm a committee chairman. I'm a postmaster. I'm a scoutmaster. So I just, somehow I just fall into these things. I like to get, once I'm into it, I seem to get active with it.
My father worked as a dishwasher when we first arrived in this country. And little by little, we managed to get on our feet. And we're so thankful for being able to do this.
I came from up north. I didn't understand anything about desegregation. I mean, it was foreign to me. When they decided that the schools should be desegregated, I wanted to be a part of that.
I'm just happy to do it. I'm very happy to do whatever I do, you know, and sometimes it could be trying, but it doesn't bother me.
Well, I broadened my interest from the synagogue to belong to the Brandeis Tampa chapter to raise funds for establishing the library at Brandeis University, another worthwhile Jewish cause. And in the community, I play in 2 community bands, and we in turn play many concerts at retirement homes. And that gives me great pleasure to see the people sitting in the audience, tapping their toes and with big smiles on their face. Sometimes they even get up and dance to some of the numbers we're playing.
I loved seeing the bar mitzvah, and I loved working in the kitchen, although I never cooked in my life. But I fixed something on a plate one time, and then one of them, Reva Bobo, says, well, you doing that, you can decorate the others. That was my job after that.
I don't play golf. I don't play tennis. I don't have any hobbies. This is my hobby, and I don't really think I deserve an honor for something that's my hobby.
I just love working with the people and making me feel good when I do something that's good for the community and the temple, and so that's something that's so much part of my life that I'm really very thankful about that.
Just being with a lot of Jewish people and helping them to succeed in what they want to do.
Knowing and still learning the history of our people, the trials that we have gone through, and the desire to be of a help, to assist, and again, to be a part of this great community.
Well, I'm a member, of course, of the temple since it was founded. I was one of the earliest members.
I find that as one of the most beautiful aspects of my life.
I think being in Rodef Shalom is just being wonderful. You're friends with everybody, you know everybody, and everybody is wonderful with you.
door to door, just having my son follow into the same realm and same things that I am doing.
I guess it's with my children always. My son being a doctor, my daughter being a teacher, and being there for me always. That's been my life.
Well, my biggest contribution to the Tampa Jewish community is my family, my daughter, who's been active in this congregation, Sharet Zedek, served as a board member and as a president of this organization.
Be true to yourself, help others, and be strong in your faith.
My son has been blowing shofar there since he was 13 years old, and they all have the synagogue at heart. They're involved in community things too.
I want my children to grow up, and my grandchildren, leading good Jewish life, always aware of the commitments that it is required to be a good Jew.
Get out there and do something for the community. And I think that they have done that.
Well, I try to tell them that the family is the most important thing there is, and we stick together and we work together, and we never discuss anything outside the family to hurt them. And that's what I feel what the family is.
I'm overwhelmed. I hope that I can inspire people to do work and to do more.
It's really super to understand how other people feel about you.
Oh, I'm just thrilled, really. It's a wonderful honor, and I'm happy that I'm here to enjoy it.
I keep wanting to say, and belonging. That seems to be it.
I'm proud. I'm very, very proud. My children are very proud of me, and that makes me feel very good. My friends and all. So it's a nice feeling. I accomplished something in my life.
Very honored. The way I can describe it, I feel very honored.
Right now it seems like a dream because or something that isn't real. But I'm really happy with what I've done.
Maybe it's good that we don't see ourselves as others see us.
I think it's wonderful. I really do. I talk to myself, how did this happen? Why me? But it's a big honor to me, a very big honor. And every one of them that I've acquainted with, I love.
The board members and staff of Weinberg Village and the Tampa Jewish Community Center and Federation offer a heartfelt mazel tov to all this year's 8 over 80 honorees, and we're also exceptionally grateful for their varied and extraordinary contributions to our community. Each of these remarkable individuals has truly left an important and meaningful legacy and helped lay a foundation that will ensure that Jewish Tampa grows and flourishes as the future unfolds. Thank you.